Hello, Edekudede Asikoyi. Hey guys, it's Aderonke again. Today I'd like to talk about plurals, the plural form of all Yoruba words. So obviously when you know the singular, you would want to know the plural. So yeah, that's why. What was this for you? Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just going to use some English examples and I'm going to compare the English system of making words plurals to the Yoruba system. So for instance, look at these examples. The plural of shoe is shoes. The plural of bus is buses. Of city is cities. Of goose is geese. Of person is people. Of tooth is teeth. Of friend is friends. Of wife is wives. Of sheep is sheep. Of mouse is mice. Of foot is feet. And of life is lives. So if you're observant, you would notice that the system, like, there's not just one system. Like, you don't just add s to any word and it automatically becomes plural. Like, you can't just add s to wives, for example, and call it the plural form. Or you can't just add s to goose and call it gooses. Or like, you can't just add s to foot and call it foots. So you can't just add s to tooth and call it tooths. So as you can see, it's a bit complex in some way. Like, you don't know, it's not regular. You just have to know it, I guess. You just have to know this is the plural of something. There's no regular, standard, stable pattern. But in the Yoruba language, this is not the case. So let's address plurals first of all, or like anything more than one. So for instance, obìnrin kan is one woman. Obìnrin méjì is two women. Obìnrin mẹ́ta, three women. Now, sometimes you don't want to say one woman, two women, two women. Two women. You don't just want to say one woman, two women, three women. You want to just say like woman, women, you want to know the plurals. So anyway, in the Yoruba system, putting àwọn in front of a noun would make it plural. In the Yoruba system, putting àwọn in front of a noun. So I'm going to give examples. For instance, ìyá is mother. Just one. You can say ìyá kan, one mother. Ìyá is mother. Àwọn ìyá is mothers. So by placing àwọn in front of that now, it has automatically become plural. Àwọn ìyá, mothers. Ọkùnrin is man. Ọkùnrin kan is one man. Ọkùnrin méjì is two men. Ọkùnrin mẹ́ta is three men. If you put àwọn in front of ọkùnrin, which is man, it automatically becomes men. Àpáta is rock. Àwọn àpáta, rocks. Igi is stick. Igi kan, one stick. Or it could even be tree. Igi could also be tree. Igi méjì, trees or sticks. Two sticks or two trees. Àwọn igi is sticks or trees. So by placing àwọn, for ẹyin is tooth. Àwọn ẹyin, teeth. Ẹranko, animal. Ẹranko kan, one animal. Àwọn ẹranko, animals. Bàbá, father. Àwọn bàbá, fathers. Orúkọ, name. Àwọn orúkọ, names. Ògùn, drug. Àwọn ògùn, drugs or medicine or like charms. Could also be charms. Ọ̀rẹ́, friend. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́, friends. Ọkọ̀, car. Àwọn ọkọ̀, cars. Ọdẹ, hunter. Àwọn ọdẹ, hunters. So there are exceptions to this method, just like one slight exception. But before I get into that exception, I'm going to address this question that I have set. Can you say àwọn ìyá méjì instead of just saying ìyá méjì in a sentence? So can you say the two mothers, àwọn ìyá, mothers, méjì, two. Can you say àwọn ìyá méjì instead of just saying ìyá méjì in a sentence? Yes. However, one might be more specific in usage than the other. So this might not make sense, but it would make sense soon. When you say àwọn ìyá méjì, àwọn in that case would take the form of the in those sentences. It's going to make sense now. For example, obìnrin méjì wọlé, 2 women came in. Look at this sentence. Obìnrin méjì wọlé, 2 women came in. It could be any 2 women. It could be like, I don't know, one short one and one tall one. It could be one Hausa one and one Yoruba one. It could be one white one and one pink one. It could be one blue one and one black one. It's random, right? But when you say àwọn obìnrin méjèèjì wọlé, àwọn obìnrin méjèèjì wọlé, the 2 women came in. It's a bit more specific than just saying 2 women came in. In this case, àwọn would take the form of the. In this case, it would make it more specific somehow. You could also say àwọn obìnrin wọlé, women came in. They could also be any random set of women as well. If you say àwọn obìnrin wọlé, women came in is what it means. It's not it's vague too. So this doesn't always apply, it's not a rule. It's not just, but just in this example, one is a bit more specific than the other. I'm going to give another example. For abọ́ wash 4 plates. For àwọn abọ́ mẹ́rin, wash these 4 plates. So somehow, if you want to be a bit more, you could also say for abọ́ mẹ́rin. You could also say, let me see. Wash these 4 plates. For àwọn abọ́ mẹ́rin, wash. Yes, it's a bit more specific than the first example. For abọ́ mẹ́rin, wash these 4 plates. So there's a way that you would use àwọn in a sentence that somehow helps you make whatever you're describing more specific. Àwọn obìnrin méjì tó kúrú, the 2 short women, as opposed to just obìnrin tó kúrú, like. So I'm going to give another example. Bàbá mẹ́ta sí mẹ́rin jáde. About 3 to 4 fathers, or 3 or 4 fathers, if you don't want to say about 3 to 4 fathers. It's also a translation. Went out. Jáde, went out. Àwọn bàbá mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta jáde. The 3 fathers went out. So like I said, it's more specific in this example. If you say bàbá mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta jáde without adding àwọn, it also makes sense as well. To be honest, like it all works somehow. It works anyway. So I was talking about exceptions. The only exception would be for uncountable nouns. And what are the examples of uncountable nouns that we have? Water, fire, sugar, beans, rice, and salt. This is a repetition. Sugar, salt, smoke, rice, beans, flour. We measure salt. We measure, like, you don't just say, 1 grain of sugar, 2 grains of sugar. We don't do that. We measure sugar by like cups or bowls or whatever. So this uncountable nouns we measure, like flour, beans, we measure. In Nigeria, if you come to Nigeria, if you want to buy this food stuff, we measure them by tins and bowls and sacks. That is in many African countries, in fact, this is how we measure them. They are not always like packaged and sealed tight. Sometimes they come from the north, or like many foodstuffs come from several parts of the country, and maybe a little bit outside the country sometimes. So they would just be in large sacks, and traders will sell them in small quantities. They are not often factory packaged and all of that stuff that you have in North American and European societies. So we measure with tins. The thing is always about that size that I have in the picture, but it's often like milk. Those tins are often like empty milk tins, I guess, but they're about that size, and they're about 1 cup. So that's why we use them to measure. They're about 1 cup. They are often filled to the brim, So we call this agolo. We call the tin about that size in Nigeria 1 cup. We call it agolo. Then the bowl, that bowl usually consists of about 10 cups. The one that has the rice, the white bowl. And we also call it Congo. It's not the Yoruba word. I don't think it's a Yoruba word. But we call it Congo or abo. And it has about 10 cups. And then we have the sacks. It is when you want to store food in the house that you buy, like the ones in sacks. We call those ones apu, sack. So I'm going to give you an example sentence. Ronke, let's say Ronke is talking to Tunde. A son. I don't have a son. Ronke, ra ewabo. Or Ronke can also say rewabo. In Yoruba, we often conjunct certain words, especially when the last letter of the first word and the first letter of the second word are both vowels. But this doesn't always apply, mind you. But anyway, rewabo. Buy beans on your way back. Ronke is talking to Tunde, and then Tunde would ask, agolo melo nikinra, or agolo melo. He doesn't have to say how many tins or cups should I buy. Nikinra is should I buy. So how many tins or cups basically can be if you're just talking, you don't have to give long sentences. Agolo melo, how many cups or tins. And then Ronke would say rabokan. Ra abokan. Buy 1 bowl. Abokan, 1 bowl. Ra is buy. Ra, buy. Rabokan. It would be wrong to say, that's why I said this is the exception. It would be wrong to say I want your salts. I want sugars. I want iresi, rices. I want ewa, beans. That one. What did I do there? I want ewa. It would be wrong to say anwewa. Basically, like I said, if you're trying to use the English language as a guideline for the Yoruba language, it's just a mess. It's not the same pattern at all. But anyway, anwewa, uncountable nouns, basically. Anwewa would be wrong to say. Anweno would be wrong to say. Anwefin would be wrong to say. Anweno is fires. Anwefin is smokes. Sometimes fires would be correct in English. Smokes can sometimes be correct, like when you want to say only smokes. So like I said, the English pattern is just, and then aweru, you can't say aweru, but then ashes, ash is supposed to be an uncountable noun. So the English rules are just so complicated. So so we have that. If you can just say iyo, rayobo, buy salt on your way back. You don't have to, or mufera sugar, I want to buy sugar, or kill monje resi, I'm eating rice. You don't have to say I'm eating rices, So you can, without awon, this uncountable nouns can also be plural, like you already know in English. However, if you're going to say awon iresi or awon sugar or awon, the person you're talking to probably must already know what you're talking about. If you tell someone loko awon iresi yen, go and bring those rice in quotes here. The person already knows you. There's probably a sack in the corner that you're telling them to go and get. It has to be more than one separate measurement. So it could be cups, it could be bowls, and you're separate, not just cups of rice in one container. No, they have to be separate, or sacks, different sacks. The person must know that you're what you're talking about, and they must know that they're more than one. So that you're telling them to go and bring the sacks or the bowls or the cup, whatever separate containers that the rice are in. you're telling them to go and bring it, I guess. So like I said, the person must know what you're talking about already. Go and bring those. Go and bring those here. Look, go and bring those, whatever separate measurements of rice or whatever that you have here. Anyway, however, it would be right to say àwọn abọ́ iyọ̀, àwọn agolo sugar, àwọn àpò ìrẹsì. Abọ́ iyọ̀ is bowls of salt, agolo sugar, tins of sugar, àpò ìrẹsì sacks of rice, àpò ẹ̀wà sacks of beans. If you want to say fire in the plural form, you won't say àwọn iná. You say iná púpọ̀, a lot of fire. Iná rẹpẹtẹ, lots of fire. Èéfín púpọ̀, lots of smoke. Èéfín rẹpẹtẹ, lots of smoke. So that works as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, you have to ask me. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. If you would like to support this project, and I really hope that you would like to, these are the links. You can become like my patron and all that stuff. Thank you. And yes, I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.